It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
We're witnessing a new era of political violence. Assassins have tried to murder President Trump twice and tried to kill Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh. In Minnesota, legislators and even children attending Mass were gunned down in cold blood in two separate incidents. And an assassin targeted and murdered our friend Charlie Kirk. A sniper shot 3 people at a Texas ICE facility, and now more than 200 violent rioters were at a Chicago ICE facility chanting, "Arrest ICE, shoot ICE." At least one had a gun. We've seen this before. We saw it in Portland and with the LA riots. These are not peaceful protests. These are coordinated attacks by radical extremists, and they end now. Anyone who threatens or assaults our federal officers will be arrested and charged federally, not in some liberal state court. Same goes for anyone who's funding and aiding these extremists. You will be dismantled brick by brick. We are taking our country back. Make America safe again.
This almost seems like AI. I'm not sure if this is actually real, but this was actually posted. I'm just like, I don't Pam Bondi. This is Pam Bondi. So, like, I gotta find more sources that actually show this clip, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, it's real. But for now, I'm just gonna chalk it up, maybe AI. But that's a very harsh message, especially when ICE agents are attacking police. But we'll get to that in just a minute.
So we've got some big breaking updates. California has joined onto Oregon and Portland's lawsuit against the Trump administration after Trump called up California's National Guard to Portland after a judge prevented him from deploying the Oregon National Guard. That judge, Judge Immergut, has set a hearing for tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You heard that right. As a reminder, Judge Immergut is a Trump-appointed judge. She ruled against Trump yesterday and told him he could not deploy the Oregon National Guard in Portland, noting that Trump's entire reasoning was a lie. Portland is not war-ravaged, as Trump claims, and he cannot use armed forces for civilian law enforcement. California is seeking another temporary restraining order against Trump to prevent the California National Guard being used in this way. I expect that Judge Immergut is going to be furious at Trump over him trying to get around her order. Stay tuned. We should have an update soon. Like, repost, and listen. It's getting late, but we keep getting really big breaking news updates like this. Donald Trump is now planning on sending 400 Texas National Guard troops into various cities across the country as he expands his invasion. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker just posted the following. This evening, President Trump is ordering 400 members of the Texas National Guard for deployments to Illinois, Oregon, and other locations within the United States. No officials from the federal government called me directly to discuss or coordinate. We must now start calling this what it is, Trump's invasion. It started with federal agents. It will soon include deploying federalized members of the Illinois National Guard against our wishes, and it will now involve sending in another state's military troops. I call on Governor Abbott to immediately withdraw any support for this decision and refuse to coordinate. There is no reason a president should send military troops into a sovereign state without their knowledge, consent, or cooperation. The brave men and women who serve in our National Guards must not be used as political props. This is a moment where every American must speak up and help stop this madness. And madness this is. We have to be clear about what's going on, and J.B. Pritzker is right. This is an invasion. Donald Trump has essentially declared war against democratic cities in the United States. He even brought it up directly to the United States military the other day during that speech with Pete Hegseth. And the language that he is using and Stephen Miller is using is clear incitement against the rule of law, incitement against judges who tell them no, incitement against anybody who is trying to get in their way of their authoritarian agenda. We're going to keep covering this, and
we'll... Again, just listening to what is happening, and I, in no form or fashion, am I inciting violence on military or anything, on anybody, any person, in any civilian, any U.S. person? Not at all. I just want to give y'all some history a little bit, because this might make sense. a lot of people have been fighting for the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms, but that's just the first sentence. Everybody knows that. But it's really, I'm going to read some of it, and it says, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Meaning that pretty much you can bear arms to protect yourself from a government, the government. Like in this case, how the military is going into homes. Now, I'm not saying do this, but I'm just saying that's what the Constitution is, and the Constitution says, and this is what built this country. Wars such as this, and this is a war on the people. So I'm not saying go start a war. I hope that we come to a peaceful resolution soon. I'm just giving y'all a history lesson, because I always think of Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, but it was also made to help stop this situation here, because people can protect themselves, protect their homes, not from just people, but from the government. And I'm just saying, don't go and I'm not telling anybody to go incite no violence or do that against the military. Hopefully we get a peaceful resolution soon. I'm just giving history and a little lesson.
The Trump administration just posted a literal hype video for ICE on social media. And keep in mind, everything you're about to see is happening in the suburbs of Chicago, not some war zone somewhere in the world. Take a look. The suburbs of Chicago. They're projecting down from a helicopter onto a rooftop. And reportedly, during this raid of an apartment building, ICE zip-tied children, put them in U-Haul trucks, separated them from their families, and also, in addition to this, arrested people without criminal records. So Trump has deployed the military to Chicago, and this is what they're doing there. And they're posting hype videos about it. The Trump...
He finna land right here. Oh God!
Oh no, this like her.
He literally landed right here.
It's like he crashed. Nah, this like
Look, they got choppers out. Hold on, they got the choppers out.
Oh, there's somebody hell
Ooh.
right here.
Ooh. Ooh. Them folks said not playing. Ooh, look.
Man, they in that shit. They in that shit.
Oh God.
Man, that bitch knocking. Man, that bitch knocking. About to knock trees down. Damn.
I mean, I love black people. They animated as hell. But this is a serious situation. What do you have to do to have ICE and a National Guard pulling up to your house? I mean, I think some of this is targeted attacks on various neighborhoods and community leaders. And I'm not talking about community activists. I'm talking about like butterfly in the sky. Anyway, community leaders as in gang leaders. These are planned attacks. Trust me, this ain't random. They not just randomly running through the streets. course, this is at a Mexican restaurant.